We decided to call it a Bradbilt because this was designed and built by our father. We estimate that it could have been late 40s, early or 1950. He built it for the purpose of winching logs out of the forest. They had private property where they could get logs for sawmilling and the state forest. He's made the machine up out of Ford and Chev Blitz chassis, diffs, transfer case. The 4-speed gearbox is a Blitz. Dad adapted it to the motor. I'm not sure of the history of the winch, but a Bridgestone, which is an old British design winch, and of course the cowling on the rear is what's left of a boiler, which gave us the protection and a leaning part where we could back up to a tree to winch logs out of the bush. The Cadillac engine is, unfortunately it's not the original, but it's probably one of 5 that Dad purchased, which was war surplus from Wyong Disposal, which was owned and operated by a fellow well known as Bruce McPhee. He brought it home and because he had the dream of this machine, he used one in that, and he also put one in a Ford Control British Bedford, which we used as a timber jinker to go to the forest, which was up behind the mill. Dad didn't sort of go along too well with starter motors, so the crank handle was it. And thank goodness these Cadillac motors, you could idle them down to nearly nothing. It never ever had an exhaust pipe, so you could be sitting winching a log out of the bush. Someone might be 100 feet sort of thing down in the way, and you could idle this down and you could hear them to tell you to go, stop, or what have you. But a marvellous motor, well balanced for their time. There's many levers there which have all got a purpose. One is, of course, the gear stick. We've got the handbrake. We've got the neutraliser on the first transfer case. Then we have the ratchet for the lock of the winch, and we also have the lever for putting the gearbox into drive to drive the winch. Believe it or not, there used to be 2 seats on it, and this Dad, myself, or whatever, Fred, the people would all clamber on this to come home, dragging a log behind it. The diffs are both rear, which needed the use of twin transfer cases, which Dad's designed to hang under the front of the motor. To look at the machine, you would think if you went down a hill, it'd stand on its nose. Well, some of the places we used to take this, it'd nearly climb up a wall. It had great traction. Unfortunately, the tyres got damaged on sharp rocks. I come back to say, well, what am I going to do now? And you wouldn't want to know it. He puts a 3rd axle under it and puts some tracks on it.
Remember to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified of any new videos.